Yeah, it's all gaming TV. One half or one third, depending on what type of week it is. I'd like to welcome all the experience to the show and his dog. Shut the fuck up.
Hey
All right.
guys. That was
Doll
Edison.
Target. Welcome to the
Hi.
show.
Thank
And
you.
Known Pudding. Unfortunately, his camera's all jacked up, so
No,
we
he's-
just
he's
get a
actually
nice
a
picture of
trippy-
like a trippy like
Acid
Hotline
tiger.
Miami tiger.
It's a sweet pick. I'll take that.
Sweet pics, bruh.
Yeah.
No. I can confirm I've met him in real life. He's actually a trippy acid tiger.
What?
Oh,
I can
shit.
confirm
Sort
that.
of. Sort of.
Yeah.
Actually,
I know.
it's unfortunate because I'm a panda today, but.
Oh, that's right. Weird.
Oh, it's Tuesday. You're right. Yeah,
I don't want to know.
I don't know.
So, let's see. Doll Target, what have you been playing this week? That was so. I just channeled Total Biscuit right there.
I actually was playing a game called Continuous, which is a PT clone off of Game Jolt, and because I never got to play the actual PT before it got pulled, and it's a lot of fun. It's like maybe 10 minutes, and WoW. I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft with
Oh man,
another
The itch.
channel.
The
The
itch.
itch is coming back.
It's strong.
Oh, I know, it's so good, and especially when you play with people who aren't like super hard asses,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually enjoyable.
Yeah, I've always played pretty
cool.
casually.
Yeah. I've never played World of Warcraft, but that
It's-
PT poll made me so sad.
I
can't-
still have it.
So
It's
I
still-
downloaded it. Is it still on the play? Like, can I still
If
play
you
it?
Sell
if
sell
you
it
download-
for $1,000.
Yep.
Sell it for $1,000.
If you downloaded it prior and you played it or whatever, you'll still have it. I got on my PlayStation yesterday, 2 days ago, and it said I got a notification that said PT's been pulled. But if you already have it, it's still there. But if you if you delete it for any reason, like for space reasons, you can't get it back. So you can still play it, and what Pudding is referring to is there are people on eBay selling PlayStation consoles that it said it has PT on it, and they were selling for like $1,500. But Amazon
any
and
of
all
them
those
sold?
places, if they did, they're no longer doing that because well, if they did, I'm sorry to whoever bought it, but Amazon took them all down. Any post that's like that, they take them all down, eBay and all that stuff.
Oh shit.
So wrecked, people. I was like, I wonder if I should hop in on that because I really need some money.
I could always use some money.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, $1,500. Yes, please.
Yeah, that's fine. I would take $100. Not really.
I would just
I like
take
the
No,
it.
PlayStation.
I wouldn't take $100.
I mean, I'm just saying I would take $100 if someone wanted to give it to me. Please.
Donation link below.
Oh my
Support.
goodness.
We're all independent.
Support me on Patreon.
Patreon.
No.
Not you two.
Oh my goodness.
So, Gnome Pudding, what have you been playing this week, man?
I've been playing Heroes of the Storm nonstop, especially today.
God, all day.
That new character came out today, and
Yeah.
I just can't stop. I've also been playing Mortal Kombat like crazy.
Boo.
Oh yeah, I saw that on your channel.
Yes, I've
The
been playing that like
little homework.
Dude, that game is so much fun, but it's so addicting to get all the combos down because you literally just have to sit in practice mode for like 3 hours to even get one thing down.
Mhm.
Because people online will destroy you
Yeah.
if it's not broken. Most of the time it's broken, but it's
It's
still
some
fun.
tough
Do you have
stuff.
it on a PC or do you have it on console?
No, I have it on PC.
Nice.
Yeah. So just those two.
Maybe some
Nice.
Killing Floor later on this week. Hey?
Maybe.
Hey? Yeah? Maybe.
I don't.
I don't
Playing
know.
for 2 or 1?
2.
2.
That's
I
where
haven't
it's
played
at.
2 yet, but I really enjoyed 1.
2 is I think it's definitely worth it. With the updated graphics and like you can now sprint, which was really irritating to me in the first one, just walking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It just felt really slow. The bosses are
It's called
impossible.
the Killing Floor. I mean, you can't
Mhm.
just be walking in the Killing Floor. You have to sprint. At
We
least
call it the
once.
running killing floor, and that's too
Yes.
long. No, we want to
The
abbreviate that.
jaywalking floor.
Jaywalking
RKF.
floor.
It sounds like a wrestler.
Well, eventually they'd just abbreviate it down to floor.
It's just
And
floor.
Just floor. It's fine. I'll play that.
Oh, I am playing a game called Wooden Floor. Now that I think about it.
I saw that. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry, but I was like,
I've
what the heck?
never heard of
How
this.
dare you.
What
Well, is
that?
it a horror game?
Yeah, it's like a little indie horror game, little first-person puzzle thing.
Pretty cool.
Speaking of new things, Chris, I saw that video.
What?
That
yeah.
that news video.
The news video.
Oh, dude,
That
the
shit is
production
awesome.
quality on that was
I saw
so
that.
fucking good.
Thank you. You know, when you said that, when you commented that, I was like, I'm in the clear because I've had a lot of talks. No, I've had a lot of talks with Matt about our differences in like what we watch and why we watch them and all that. And I mean, we're both sticklers for quality too. But I mean, he's a guy that like only watches people like Total Biscuit and Northern Lion who are very good at what they do, and it's like business, you know. Especially Total Biscuit, he's like all business.
Yeah.
But I mean, so when you said like A+ on the quality, I was like, I got something here.
Yeah, dude, it was really good.
Thank you very much. It was. I was really kind of. It came out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys ever just like sit down and you're not planning to do much work, and all of a sudden something comes out of it. But the intro. I don't know if you guys enjoyed the intro or not, but I wasn't looking to make a new intro necessarily. I just wanted to see if I could do something neat with my time, and I was working on it. And then I told myself next morning I'm gonna wake up and start working on that because I had an idea, and I made it, and then I let it render, and that's like a 10-second intro, and it took an hour to render. So there's
Oh,
a
shit.
there's a lot of stuff that goes on with it.
Yeah.
So I mean I'm happy with it, and then I tried to find some music, and I was like, this is kind of a cool like kind of a chill way for it to start, and then it builds up, and then it stops, and so I was like, I kind of like that, and immediately I thought. Be kind of cool if that jumped into like a news video, not necessarily like a gaming video.
Yeah.
And I've been kicking around the idea for a while now, if whether or not I should actually try doing a different type of video. Because let's face it, we're in a sea of like 15 million other Let's Players, and
Yes.
it's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I know what I really like about. I think what people can grab something out of each of our channels that I think makes us all different. And you know, the vast majority might be like, oh, it's just another Let's Play channel. But for example, Dull Targets is strictly focused on fear. And I like that you're branching out and doing some other cool WoW stuff because it's what you want to do, which is good. It should always be about what you want to do.
Right.
But you obviously have a trope, and it's not just Markiplier scare factor that people might bring in. I love your about section because it's like a quote that's really dark, and it's like this is pretty cool. And I can dig that a lot. And with me, it was like, I know I'm in a big sea of Let's Players, and I know what kind of personality I have, and I think my personality might be pretty good. A lot of people tell me your personality would be great for this. You're well-spoken. And I kept playing up on I think I'm a cool guy. That'll make my Let's Plays different. But there's a lot of cool people that do Let's Plays. So I was like, I'm pretty well-spoken. Maybe I should try and play to that strength. And I was on Polygon reading for the podcast, actually, and I had Audacity open, and my microphone is always sitting right in front of me, and I thought, I'm going to try and read this article in a newsy voice just to see what it sounds like, and then do the post-production and make it all, clean it up, make it sound nice. And I really enjoyed the way it sounded right away. Like the first article about the Division was like a one take, so it's obviously not perfect, but I liked the way it sounded a lot, and I was like, I'm gonna save this. And then I found some footage and just started piecing stuff together. And then before I knew it, I was like, I'm gonna do this article and this article. And then I put it together and I watched it and I started cutting the film, and I was like, I'm actually getting like a sense of accomplishment out of what I'm doing. Like it just felt right, and it came out of nowhere. I was not planning on spending 5 hours that day making a news video.
But it worked out.
Yeah, and when it was done, I watched it, and you know, obviously part of the reason I've been gone on the channel is because of the new job and everything, and
Right.
the dog and all that stuff. But to be honest, an underlying factor was, and I've talked to you guys about it, was just that I wasn't sure I was actually enjoying the stuff I was making. Like I wasn't making stuff and being like, yeah, I made that. And once I finally made this video and all that, made the thumbnail and everything, I was like, this is, I can get behind this and feel like I actually did something good. Stop growling. Just so you know, he's biting Edison's face. Hey.
No, I get it, because like when I make the really good intros that I really like, I'm like, all right, that was worth the 3 hours that it took.
Yeah.
for 10 seconds. I'm like, well,
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
I guess. And ever since I started rendering at 60 FPS, that takes me like triple the time to
Oh,
render
dude.
now.
60 SPS, man, is so it's worth it, but it's
Yeah, it is.
It takes so
It is.
long to upload.
So annoying.
So we upload everything in 20-minute chunks, and it just takes so long. And I try to do we put out like 20, 25 videos a week, so we put them all up on like Sunday night. And if they're 60 frames a second, then it takes like 3 days for them to all upload.
Yeah.
So I
It
gotta
takes
space
like an
them out.
hour for them to get to 60 FPS too when it's done uploading. Like it goes through it's at 360p, now it's at 480.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it takes me like an hour to reach 1080 at 60 FPS once I'm uploaded.
Wow.
Like, this takes so much time.
I want to look into that. I want to start looking into that because my rig should be able to do it. Now I just haven't obviously been making videos, so I didn't really need to make a news video in 60 FPS, obviously. But I would like to look into that for like The Witcher 3 is coming out, and I already have that ready to go.
Yeah.
So I figured maybe I'll start making 1080 60 of that, but I don't know.
Could work out. It's a pain in the butt, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's worth it.
Yeah, and that's just what it means a lot. It feels really good to have you guys all be really stoked about it because you know, I haven't been making videos, so then just the first thing that I decide to make, and it was kind of scary because I haven't made a news video yet. It's an entirely different ball game than just playing a game for 20 minutes.
Right.
And the fact that it came out in something that was really satisfactory to you guys is like, okay, I think I found something, and if I don't have very much time to make videos at the current state of what I'm doing, and we move in 2 weeks into the new place, so I'm probably going to stick with just this news video once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on like the news week. But for now, one is fine because to be honest, the 5 hours, it wasn't the whole thing didn't take 5 hours. It was more of finishing the intro and then letting it render. I counted that as part of it. It's more like a 3-4 hour type project to do the research, find the footage that I want, and to piece it all together and cut it the way I want it to be. But I mean, if I were to come home and spend an hour on it each day of the week, I could have it out by Friday and not be stressed at all. So I'm probably going to be sticking with that and hopefully improving. I don't know what you guys felt about the template. I think it makes it look more professional, but I want to make a better template that allows the topics to be easier, like read easily. It's a little small on the bottom, but that's what I've been doing. I mean, as far as gaming, I've been playing Heroes of the Storm 2, like a lot, because that's just I'm really into it, and a lot of the games that I play are like 15 minutes long, so I just come home and play it for a few matches with Iffy and a Far Cry 4. I've been playing Far Cry 4. Really haven't done much other than that. I don't know.
You've just been working.
Yeah, I've been working. And then came out with an impromptu news video. That's what I've done.
Girl, you fancy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Damn girl.
What about
Get you and your
Matt?
compliments.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of Smash. I'm trying to do this new thing on the Twitch live stream, where I'm gonna complete every single game in my Steam library randomly. So I have a randomizer and all this other shit. And right now I'm sitting at like 365 games, I think.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I completed Cave Story last week, and this week I'm playing this game called Vikings Battle for Asgard or some shit. And this game is god fucking awful. It is fucking terrible. The controls are bad. The story is bad. The voice acting is bad, and it's like the same like missions every time. Oh, you gotta go help these other people. All right, I'm gonna go help them, and then they're like, oh, guess what? You gotta go help some more people. I'm like, you know what? Maybe you should mix it up a little bit, game.
A little spice.
So I can't not play it because then like I've ruined the integrity of the challenge. But I don't like it. So I've been playing that. I think me and Spencer are going to hit Melee pretty hard soon. Actually try to like learn how to actually play Smash. And start
People
going to
do that?
tournaments.
You mean
Yeah.
like competitively?
Yeah, competitive.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Start going to tournaments and stuff like that. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. I didn't play
Okay,
anything while I
okay.
was in Orlando. I tried to
Ooh,
download
fancier.
KOTOR onto my phone. That shit didn't
Oh,
work.
cool. Oh,
Yeah. But just mostly Smash, man. Like there was a big Smash tournament this weekend, and like I was just glued to the screen the whole time.
wow.
So and this was like a big tournament. So like all the top Smashers was there, and we have in Arizona we have the best Pikachu player. Like
Really?
yeah, and he came in third. So that's actually like it's a pretty big accomplishment for Arizona. Which I'm from Arizona. Okay, all right.
No, change your state flag. Just nix everything and put the Pikachu on.
Oh,
Exactly.
man.
So, yep, that's what we've been doing. Smash, man. It's like a cocaine.
That's cool. Yeah, HOTS is now a cocaine for me, and it's really stupid. It's dumb.
We actually did play a little bit of HOTS. Now that I think about it, we played with Coulter, and we did like a 3-man ordeal. I mean, it's pretty fun. It's super casual though.
We try and play casual, then it just turns out to be this super strategy. You got to
Mhm.
win no matter what game.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is we have a lot of fun with it. So
We have been dicking around in it.
I mean, like your latest video. I don't know if anyone's caught putting his latest video of it. It's a real short game, but we decided to go all healers. Excuse me. So we
I
have
saw that.
4 healers and one random guy that we found, and it was like the first one was like a Nova, which is a stealthy assassin, and
Oh,
we
I
were
played
laughing because we're like, how pissed off do you think this Nova is? And to be fair, within like 5 seconds the Nova died. And we were like, what's going on? You don't need your Nova, you're invisible, stop dying. And but it
Oh,
the second match was on the Tomb of the Spider Queen, and it was hilarious because we weren't necessarily losing as hard as you might think that you should. We were like mid-late game, and our pushes weren't that far behind theirs. And basically, whenever we had a team fight, we would just sustain until they were forced to run away. And it was like we would just survive and do tiny bits of damage, but they would throw out everything, and then they'd be out of mana and dying. And they're like, "Why are we not killing them?" It was too perfect.
I kind of wish there was just a mode. I don't know if there is. We didn't play it for very long, but where it didn't have the objectives. And
Oh,
you
like
just-
almost like a
deathmatch. Yeah,
That would be cool. I would like that.
because we didn't understand. Like we won every game that we played, but that's literally only because we played so much LoL back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's where I was coming from.
And the objectives are fun, but they don't explain them very well in the beginning. Where you're like, why do you have to pick up these pieces of the armor or some shit like that to summon
Yeah,
the
that's
thingy?
true.
And then like nothing kind of happens, and you're like, well, then am I doing it right? Are we winning? I can't really tell. But
Yeah.
it's fun. I wish there was a team deathmatch. I played the shit out of Zeratul, man. I love stealth assassins.
Mm-hmm.
I play him a lot too. I like Zeratul.
I was a Evelyn main back in LOL before they nerfed her.
Ugh, back in those days, what was that? Season 2 or
Yeah, season 1 and 2.
Yeah. That was a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time to be an Evelyn player.
Now she's like super dead though. I never see her again.
Yeah. On my account, I have all of her skins from back in the day and shit. Should sell that on eBay.
Like, nobody's gonna buy it. I'm sorry.
I know.
$1,500.
$1,500 for this
Isn't
account.
that crazy? I actually heard that some of them did sell. Those
Yeah.
PS4s.
Yeah,
are crazy,
and
man.
Well,
Collectors?
that's why they had to take them down. Like
Yeah.
people were buying them, and it's like, okay, to be fair, whatever. Whoever bought it is obviously stupid. Like, but I mean, it looks bad for eBay and stuff.
But do you know why they stopped? Like why PT was canceled?
Yeah, because of
it has
Jami.
it has to do with Konami.
I heard
And
that.
Kojima.
About it.
Kojima,
I
yeah.
read that apparently there was disputes between the publisher and Kojima, like they were fighting a lot, so they just up and canceled it, and then they took back Kojima Productions out of Metal Gear too.
Yep. We talked about that last podcast.
Yeah, they're like really
Super
bragging on
Fiskes
Kojima.
was really into Metal Gear Solid, so he knew all about it.
That's right. Yeah.
That really sucks though.
It does. Do you know what's great about that though? There's no way they're just gonna let the game die, and whether it's Kojima like figuring out how to like make the game anyway, or them figuring out.
I'm pretty sure he's out. Like I'm pretty sure
he's
done
out.
after.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying they're trying to keep the game. They're trying to like act like the game never existed. And it's in turn become the most popular thing in the world.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the most popular horror game ever now, and it's leaving this legacy they're gonna get bit in the ass for it if they don't just figure something out. It's
PT?
hard to. Yeah, they would make so much money, and I know that Kojima's out now, but like,
Well, they canceled.
Someone's gonna figure it
But
out.
what is
Because
Konami?
PT
without
was
Kojima?
just a test for Silent Hills. Like
Yeah.
So they canceled, they straight up canceled Silent Hills.
Yeah, it's done, and it's too bad, because having Guillermo del Toro like direct it or whatever would be really awesome.
Oh yeah.
It's like
There'd
the
be
biggest
some-
nerd boner ever.
I know.
Where is Konami gonna go though after this? Like without Kojima, like
Downhill.
what is?
Well, mobile.
What can they
mobile
make?
games. That's
Yep.
what I read
Mobile
an
games,
article.
huh?
They're going. They're focusing on mobile, and they're going to not give a shit about consoles anymore.
You know what's sad about that?
mobile?
You know what's real sad about that? They're probably going to make a shitload of money.
Well, you know what? It's already shitty. Is that their fiscal year for the first quarter of 2015 is higher than they made for the last quarter of 2014, without
Yeah.
having any console sales.
Yeah.
Or anything like that, or not a lot of
Well,
consoles.
Nintendo's
Console
going to mobile games too, so I guess
Yeah, I think it's the whole Japanese market. I think.
I
is-
don't understand that. I mean, I know
Well-
there's a lot of money there, but it's like mobile
I think the
games.
Japanese market's mobile shit is better than America's or
Yeah.
the rest
Oh,
of the world.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Because I
when
know
do you
I remember
ever-
them getting like Final Fantasy games on their phone in like 2003 and 2004.
But when
I
do
didn't
you
even have
ever
a
play
fucking cell
like
phone.
yeah? But when do you play a mobile game? Like I only play it at work when I'm bored. Like
Mhm.
when else am I gonna play a mobile game? As a gamer, I'm like, it kind of just makes me sad. Like these bigwigs, I just want them to make console games in a way, and I just don't like the mobile game area because all it is just like pay to win or buy this, buy that. It's like, and I'm never gonna play on a phone either. So seeing like Metal Gear and all that, hopefully Kojima Productions continues to make those games.
No, they've lost. They don't have the trademark anymore.
They're just totally done.
Yep.
Okay.
What's his face can't make a Metal Gear anymore, or Silent Hill.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's too sad. Silent Hill
So-
was like my life as a kid growing up, like that and Resident Evil. And now I'm
Yeah.
just like, what do you mean? No.
That's pretty depressing.
Yeah.
Well, there is possibly good news and bad news. The new Assassin's Creed game is coming out
Oh, I don't
soon,
want to
October.
fuck Assassin's Creed, man.
So bad news.
Uh-oh.
Well, here's the thing. Jesse, hold on. I'm gonna read you guys something that Jesse Cox tweeted out just earlier today. He says, "Where's it at? I don't wanna paraphrase this. You know you've been burnt by a franchise when you watch this Assassin's Creed Syndicate event and only have snarky remarks." And he says, and then he tweets again, "Nearly everything I'm seeing, rather than being, oh, that looks cool, I'm thinking, how are they going to screw this up? I wish I wasn't, but I totally am." And it's true. It sucks, though, because, like, I mentioned that in the news video. And like I said, I personally I always get excited for, like, Assassin's Creed games because I've always really loved them.
Unity.
Well, I never played Unity, and I mentioned that too. Like, I never played Unity, which sucks because out of all the cities that I wanted them to recreate and have the game set in, it was Paris, like old 1700s Paris, and they did. And then all I heard was that the game was shitballs, and so I never played it.
It was
And
pretty
so
funny to play, though, to be honest. With all
Yeah.
the glitches, it was
It's-
pretty hilarious.
yeah, and so it's like I kind of like the aesthetic of this this Syndicate one, and I like the idea that you're in like a Victorian gang instead of like like it's called a syndicate or whatever, but it's less Assassin's Creed. It's more like we're a bunch of blokes who in a like a gang and we're gonna
God.
beat your ass. It's super awesome. I
Well,
think
I
that's
demand
way
your
cool.
next video be all in that accent, Chris. I need that.
That one
Well-
hurt.
They announced that there's no multiplayer, no co-op.
That's fine.
It's just single player.
They should probably do that. You know what they need to do?
Well,
I
they
think?
want to make sure it's perfect. Is what I was reading. They were
Huh.
saying like
Well, that's
I
a
want to
pretty
make sure.
That's pretty.
And to me, I never played the multiplayer, and I never got to play the co-op because it was so glitchy that it never worked. So I don't know Assassin's Creed with co-op. So I only played single player, and
They were-
it
They're building up to that co-op for so long.
it looked so good at the beginning. It was such a letdown, but maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I'm kind of. I'm not gonna buy it at first. I'm gonna be very preserved and wait. Look at all the reviews and watch some let's player play it and see what he has to say, he or she, whatever, and then go on that. But honestly, after Unity, like that was so terrible. Even if
Yeah.
it worked, the story was so boring that it still would be a bad game. And I was like,
I don't know. I
And
don't
that-
understand how they fuck up such a good premise for a
I
video
don't
game.
know.
I know.
don't know.
I don't
Well-
like. You go back in time in your memories and you go assassinate people. Sounds sick as fuck. You're
Yes.
like,
And it
yes,
was. It
Yeah.
was
I'm gonna
for
go
a
do
while.
this.
Yes.
And then you go and it's so fucking boring and it's so clunky. The controls are so clunky.
You
I
want to
rage
know what
quit.
my opinion is on when it kind of slipped off?
Assassin's Creed 1. That's what I think.
Well, people will have differing opinions, and I'm probably gonna understand anything that you guys say. But I personally think it's when they stepped away from a personal storyline with a like a protagonist. Because
Desmond?
yeah, they had 3 games. I don't care. I never gave a shit about Desmond. I was never interested in Desmond's story.
Yeah, I didn't care about him either.
But I
No
was
one did.
interested in Ezio's because I think Assassin's Creed 2 was like the best one on the planet. I think that game
It
was
was
great.
pretty good.
I love
That
the
one was
aesthetic. It was super fun, and you got to watch Ezio go from like this young kid almost, and then I played through Revelations, and it took me the whole year. Like when Revelations came out, I bought it. It was in its packaging all the way up until like I think like a month or two before AC4 came out. And I was like, okay, I need to play Revelation. So I played it straight for like a week and instantly fell back in love with the franchise. But I've played maybe 20% of Black Flag, and it's a wonderful game, also a cool setting, but it's not grabbing my attention. And I feel like when you're invested in a protagonist for so long, like, trust me, I was also feeling like I'm kind of tired of Ezio's story. But now that
Yeah.
Ezio's story is gone and every other one has fucked up, I'm like, you guys need to bring Ezio back, or like start another series with
I think-
someone we can like.
I think they're trying too hard to make it like
Yeah.
a really compelling story.
Mhm.
That at the point I'm like, look, I just want to go around and murder people with like
Yes.
crazy assassin
Yeah.
powers. Like, just let me do this. Don't be like, I need a cry fest. No, I don't. Just let me murder people. Like, please.
Yeah.
I think another problem is that they've saturated the market with their own fucking product.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with Guitar Hero back in the day, where
Mhm.
they released them every year, and everybody's like, "Well, I'm pretty much over this shit." And how much can you iterate on a single player story
Yeah.
like Assassin's Creed that much without it becoming utterly stale? You know, I know
Like,
they
there's
didn't
only-
change the mechanics, the core mechanics that much in between all the iterations.
There's only so many new weapons you can bring in, like,
Mhm.
and then eventually you're just like, okay, well,
Yeah. Well, that's why
Whatever.
that's why I'm thinking that if we had like just a cool story that was less about like the political whatever bullshit that's going on in
Just
most of the games.
murder.
Even if it was for me, if it was just about a person's story. Like that's why I like Rick Grimes. Well, yeah, same point. That's why I like Walking Dead. Well, what I meant to say was Walking Dead, and the reason I like Walking Dead is because it's about Rick's story, and a lot of people in the show, at least, like don't like Rick that much anymore. But I still
I
love
like
Rick.
him.
Yeah, I
Dude,
still love
fuck,
Rick.
I love
And
Rick.
Yeah, and it's because it's his story. It's been we're going on 6 seasons now, and it's an amazing show. I think obviously the numbers can attest for that, but I still think I get if once I'm invested in a character. Like I'd like to see where that stuff goes, and that's what I really liked about the games with Ezio and stuff. And I liked how Revelations brought back you got to play Altair, and there was like context to it. There was a reason you were playing Altair, and I don't know if you guys ever finished Revelations, but it was I thought it was a pretty good ending, and it felt right. But I'm sad that it's over.
I played all those Ezio ones, and by the end, like with the last one, whichever one that was, I think it went like 2, and then was it Brotherhood, then Revelations?
Yeah, Brotherhood and then Revelations.
Okay, by Revelations, I was like, really, Ezio, come on, man. How old are you gonna get before I
that's
stop
the
playing
thing.
you?
Yeah, he got really, really old at the end.
Assassin's Creed is old folks' home. Like, I'm like, I don't want to play you anymore.
Yeah. Well, there's that cutscene in Revelations where you basically like it's when Ezio or Altair's he dies because he's too old, and he's literally like 98 or something, and he's like walking around in his assassin's garb, and it's all a cutscene, but you're like you are ancient.
Yeah, but by then I think they beat the dead horse, like just kept beating that dead horse. They're like, we love Ezio. Okay, here's another game. Like we don't need that. Like what Matt said, you then just saturated it so much where I'm like, I don't know if I like Assassin's Creed anymore.
Yeah, it's one thing. I think trilogies are fine.
Ooh, they're tough though.
They're tough, but I think they're fine if you have a particular story about one person that you want to tell and then have it over with. I think they kind of slipped on the Ezio story. I still think it was nice to have one character that we're not playing the game because, well, we did play it because of this, but basically that they wanted it to be as you were playing through Ezio's story, and like they were telling, it's like a book, like they were telling his story and it wasn't over yet, which is fine. But near Revelations, it got kind of like less about Ezio's story. Like in the first one, the town got destroyed and his family was in like danger and stuff, and you're like, this is cool. Like I'm invested for a reason. Like I could relate. In some way, like I would also be defensive and want to get revenge and stuff like that. But near the end, he was just an old man, kind of sticking his nose where it shouldn't be, or like go retire.
I just think I hope they kind of delay this game because I don't think they've had enough time, especially with the
Unity?
especially with the Unity thing. I think they need more time to make a better game.
Well,
so I hope I just hope they delay it. That's.
It's nuts to me that they released Unity in the state that it was in, considering that they pretty much make the same game every year.
Yeah. I mean,
so wasn't Black Flag on the new consoles? Like,
yes,
yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So it's not like they didn't know how to work with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4.
I don't know how they dropped the ball there.
And then
it's really weird.
The PC release, like, I don't know. Ubisoft has really been like shit in the bed recently.
Yeah.
I just think I'm happy with games that get delayed now. Like back in the day, I was like, oh, shit. Like I really wanted to play this game. Why do you have to delay it for another like 4 months? Now I have to wait 4 more months. But now I'm like, thank God, make sure this game is good so that when I go and pay money for it, it's
I actually get
worth
a full
my
product.
money. Yes.
Yeah. Well, speaking of delayed games, I don't know if Del Target has anything to throw at the Syndicate thing, but I mean, like the Division got delayed again to Q4 of 2016, and to me, I was like, damn it. But I understand why, and it makes sense. I am deathly afraid. I'm very excited about that game, but I'm in two minds because I'm really nervous about it. It's a grand scope, and there's different technology that's being used for that game, and they can delay it all they want, and it's probably for the better. But I'm afraid that it'll be a similar poor release just because I don't know. Like
that's Ubisoft too, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Unity, the Unity game, yeah, it was still an Assassin's Creed game, and it's essentially the same thing. But there was a lot of tech behind that game, and I don't know if you guys know how Ubisoft's teams work, but they've probably been developing Syndicate for about 2 or 3 years now, because they were developing Unity for about 3 years, in a different studio in the background. So it's not like we just finished Unity, let's jump into Syndicate. Like they've been making it for at least a year prior to Unity's launch, on a different team. So they have been working on it for a long time, but that also begs the question: why was Unity so fucked up? In my video, I mentioned that there were 10 Ubisoft teams working on Unity. 10. There were 10, and so that article with. In addition to The Division being delayed, they're bringing on another team to help out, and it's like, okay, so you have multiple teams. Is that actually a good thing, or are they spreading too thin? And is that going to ruin communication with the development of the game?
Too many hands in the same pot.
Exactly. That's a really good way to put it. Maybe that's why Unity was so fucking bad.
I don't have much of an opinion since I didn't play it or didn't try to play it. But that's what it seems like. The communication is off.
I'm going to, which I might regret, but I'm going to put my belief in The Division, because what I've seen so far, it's good. But then again, most games do that where they're like, "Hey, look at this! Look how amazing it is!"
They're obviously going to show you the best bits.
Yeah, it gets that hype train going. But at the same time, like hearing about this delay gave me more like kind of positivity towards this game. I was like, all right, they're gonna take their time. They're not gonna fuck it up. We'll be okay. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because then again, sorry to any Destiny fans out there, but that took them a really long time to make, and at the end of the day, I was like,
yeah, that's it. That's the perfect word. Meh.
Yeah, I was like,
it's like good gunplay, but meh.
So much time on this, and this is what I get for. Oh, plus all the DLCs that I have to buy. Okay,
yeah.
Great.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So nowadays, I'm more like, it's kind of hard to. Back in the day, I would kind of rate a game by who it was made and their games, but now everybody's kind of fucked up a bunch.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, I just gotta hope for the best.
Yeah,
Well,
it's really
now-
a gamble.
Now, pretty much any AAA development, I'm like, if this sucks, I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna pre-order,
exactly.
and I'm not gonna buy it. And if I want to buy it, then I'm gonna wait. A few weeks, make sure everything is set. And there's actually going to be a player base. Actually going to have some kind of support for it, or there's going to be any good. Indie games are pretty much where it is at now, where you can
I was just about to go
quality
into
content for an amount of money that's actually decent.
Reasonable.
But now indie games are moving towards early access for
Yeah.
broken.
That was our second podcast.
broken, super expensive games, and I'm like, now the indie
and then they're
games,
like,
I'm-
hey,
I'm
this is
cool.
$99. We only really want people who are very invested in our series to buy this. Don't buy it if you're gonna buy it for the hype, and everybody buys it for the hype because consumers are idiots.
Everything's early access.
and I feel like that's less of a. It's like
I think that's Steam's fault. I don't
it's
think
like
it's
it's
Steam's
been
fault.
twisted.
I think Steam has allowed it to become their
I
fault.
think there should be like we'll give
Curation?
you your money. Yeah, we'll give you your money back if you think this game is stupidly broken.
Yeah.
For like you get like a 24-hour period. Try it out. If it's stupid, we'll give you your money back. It's early access anyways because it's them saying like, here's our game early, test it out. Like if it's
Yeah.
shitty,
Right.
we're gonna keep your money. Like what? No.
Yeah.
You're.
Yep.
I'm
Oh,
paying
and then
you
they
to
can
test
just
your
drop
game.
support for it whenever they want. Like
Yeah,
they can
like-
just be like, we're not gonna make this game after all. But thanks
it's
for all
like,
the money.
Okay.
Yeah. We've been seeing some really rough stuff in the kind of like the development industry, and it's really sad because it's like we don't really know where to turn to as far as when we should and shouldn't buy a game, and everyone feels the hype.
IGN. Turn
well,
to
like-
IGN.
Like The Witcher 3 comes out next, like literally in a week. In a week from today, it's going to come out, and I'm pretty confident that game's not going to suck. But It's got. Have you guys seen the article? It's got over 1 million pre-orders.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Yeah.
pre-order
Wait,
it.
what?
Yeah,
Hearing that-
million.
hearing
Like,
that
I
makes
have it
me-
open right
Angry
now. The Witcher 3
Joe-
pre-sells 1 million copies.
Angry Joe
You
was
shut the hell
like,
up.
all right, we need to get this to 3 million. I'm like, you are a fucking problem,
No
man.
pre-orders.
Mhm.
I
Don't
thought we
pre-order
said that.
anything.
Yeah.
I
No,
thought
see-
2015 was the no pre-order year. I
Yep.
thought that's what was going around. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna pre-order. We're gonna see how the game is,
Yeah.
so that we
Mhm.
stop this shitty. Look at this.
Look at
like,
they're going to nickel and dime everything.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and look at this amazing game that's gonna be shit. But you already
Yeah.
pre-ordered it, so thanks for the money. Like what?
Yep. Well, and the thing is, like, for me, I already have it. Like, I'm installing it right now, but I have it because I bought a graphics card that I got the free code. So it's like, sure.
See, that's fine. That's
That's fine. I mean, yeah. And you know what? They totally count those pre-orders, I bet. I bet those go into that huge number.
Oh, yeah, I bet you they do.
For sure. Well, just so they can boast large numbers.
Mhm.
And to be honest, out of if I had to choose, make a list of like my favorite developers and people that I stand behind, CD Projekt Red is probably up there. They're pretty good about everything. When there was that whole DRM situation, they weren't even going to put this game on Xbox One. You guys remember that? They weren't even going to do that. They were like, we're going to pretty much only do PS4 until Xbox One kind of changed its policies. And then they did, and they're like, okay, it's going to come out on everything now.
Yep. But
I
now
don't-
I have such a negative view now, and I kind of hate it. But I'm like, but when are they gonna fuck up now?
Uh-huh.
Like, what is their
So,
fuck
yeah.
up gonna be? I'm
Yeah.
just waiting for it, and I'm like, I shouldn't feel that way. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I'm like, if I don't, I'm gonna get screwed over so much. Like the last game I pre-ordered was Evolve, and that hit me so hard because I was like, this game is really boring. It's the same
Yeah.
thing for $60. Holy crap, that was a really
And then
bad
plus all
decision.
the DLC that they tacked on at the end.
Yep. Yeah.
And then the guy,
That's-
one of
that
the
was
creative
bullshit.
directors or whatever, he's like, we had to do that because consumers
No,
won't
you
buy a $140 game.
Yeah.
That is such. We had to do this. No, you don't.
You,
don't have
we
to do
had,
that.
we, consumers won't buy a $140 game. Consumers will buy whatever they want to buy as long as it's good. You have to prove that there's quality, right?
Yeah, just
like,
look at the, they're not breaking it up and being like, here's DLC number 1 with chapter 1 in it. Here's chapter 2 the next 2 months later. By the way, the full game is on the disc, but we have to sell it this way. Sorry. Like, no,
Mhm.
you don't have to. You could make the game, sell it. You're gonna make a shit ton of money off of it anyways. Like, you're just being greedy now. Just stop being the whole video game industry is super greedy now, which I hate.
Mhm.
Activision is like the super greed. Activision's everywhere trying to greed up everything. I think that's what happened to Destiny.
Yeah. Yep. I think I would be willing to bet because because especially on that point because Bungie's not a bad developer. Bungie is one of my favorite developers.
But now I put them in the bad pool because I'm like, now they're in the bad because of what they did. I'm like, I can't like you anymore. After all you've done with Halo, you left Halo to finish this game, and you put that out. I'm like, how are you gonna one up Halo with this? Even come close to it? Like, wow.
Yeah. Halo was such a phenomenon. It's hard to, and they said it in their VOD. They had like when they first left, and they made this video about like their vision for the future and stuff. And one of the first things that one of them said was like, "How do you top Halo?"
Not
Like-
with that.
Yeah, like how do you do this? We want to create this game where like any sort of crazy shit can happen. And I mean, maybe they're still working on some stuff, but Destiny is. I feel bad because the game is. I would still go back and play it with some friends, but I just have no reason to right now.
That's the thing, though, is like you have to go back and play it with friends.
Mhm.
If you have to play a game with friends to make it fun, like Evolve or Destiny,
Hmm.
I kind of think that a failed game because if I can't have fun playing it by myself, like what about all those people that don't have online? Like,
Yeah.
and want to play by themselves?
Alienating.
Even if
Yeah.
they do have online and they're like, look, I just don't. People like solo experiences. Like, I don't want to play with them. I'll be online. But if it's boring to somebody who's soloing, it's like, what's the point? Like, why buy?
Yeah. I agree. I don't know if you guys see Chunk Mass and Chunk Massa Flex. I get his name now. I was just going to call him Chunk Mass. Chunk Massa Flex said that CD Projekt Red has no fear about delaying their game, which is true. I think The Witcher 3 got delayed twice. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it looks like it was for the better. I read a little bit of an article today. Now, I will go ahead and start this with I don't care about Metacritic at all. I usually don't go by Metacritic scores ever. But it's got a solid 92 right now, which I think is probably pretty good because there's a lot of people on Metacritic who are just like bullshit, 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 and that's why I don't like Metacritic. So I I
we're gonna give it a 0 because I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not my kind of
some
game.
Stupid little reason.
0.
Yeah, exactly.
Graphics were all right. 0.
Didn't come in 4K. Like, what?
Fuck off, 4chan.
Yeah, it's but I mean, it's right now it's got like a 92, and it looks like I think the title of the post was something like it looks like CD Projekt Red has a masterpiece of an RPG on their hands, and that's pretty exciting.
Well, I think it's because they like making games. Like they like making and putting out good games. Where, as I see the industry moving towards, is like we can make a passable game but make shit tons of money off of it. How does that sound?
Yeah, like
one, you don't have to put that much work into it. Two, you're gonna make a buttload of money, and then we can just say we'll do whatever later. Like,
it's one of those how much money can we make, or how little of work can we do and make the most money kind of a thing.
Yeah,
it feels that way, and none of us are in obviously the development side of things, and as much research as we do without actually being in it, we probably don't have as much leeway or say to be able to say well, yeah, the publisher this, but if I was a game developer, then I would do this different. Well, it's harder.
Get shit on the whole time.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than that, and so like I respect that. It doesn't stop it from being disappointing by any means, but it's kind of hard to be able to just say, well, they're shitty now because they let Activision do this. Activision can basically do whatever the fuck they want once somebody signs a contract with them.
Just like EA.
A 10-year contract, Bungie. The first thing I ever told myself, because people, when Bungie Activision became a thing, way back when, I remember people instantly being like, oh shit, this is gonna suck. and my first thought was, oh yeah, it probably will suck. But that was my initial thing, like instantly. And then immediately I was like, well, wait, this is Bungie we're talking about here. Bungie's really badass. Bungie's badass. They're not gonna let anything shitty happen. But I feel like they did, and it's not that they're weak, it's that they're kind of tied. I think their hands are tied.
Hopefully they are.
Yeah,
but
you'd hope so.
I don't know though, man. I mean, Bungie signing a 10-year contract, and then I really feel like I think it's easy to blame not developers, but publishers like Activision and EA, for shitty games. But honestly, I think sometimes the games are just shitty, and it just happens it just happens. Bungie signed a 10-year contract to sell their creative licenses away like that. I feel like they didn't do that. I feel like they wouldn't have signed a 10-year contract if they were like Activision's like, well, at the end of the day, we get to change whatever we make the final decision. I don't think Bungie would have signed that.
Yeah, exactly. And again, who knows? Maybe it's a little it's probably not. Activision is probably not full of shitty people who just want to be really shitty all the time. You know what I mean? Like we talk about them like they're monsters, and it's easy to see it that way from where we sit. But I mean, I bet there's some pretty good people there, but it's some of those top people who have nothing to do with gaming. They're the collars or the suits and ties, who all they know is money. They don't know the personal side of stuff. They don't know the passion that developers have, and it might the wording in contracts might be a little shady, and maybe someday, way down the line, when things start to change, maybe new publishers come in and
Hopefully.
EA and Activision don't seem to be the only fucking huge publishers. Maybe whoever signs on with them will have seen what EA and Activision have done, or at least have appeared to have done, and then they kind of go into it like, we're not, like Matt said, we're not going to sign anything that's going to fuck us over or fuck over the image that we have. We could hope, at least.
Honestly, I'll give Activision a little leeway here and there, but EA is like the devil to me.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that, but I don't agree with it either, because I feel like a lot of people give EA shit and Activision too, and then Ubisoft and stuff, and they get mad at them for games or whatever they're publishing and stuff like that, but they're in the business to make money.
Yes.
Right?
Oh.
Like, that's like getting mad at a snake for biting you. If they didn't make any money, they wouldn't be a company, and they wouldn't have,
But
it sucks that we get the shit end of the deal, but on their end, if I was the freaking head of EA and I wanted to make the biggest paycheck, you best believe I would be making all the same decisions. And I'm sure everybody else would be in the same boat.
Still butthurt about Dead Space, though.
Yeah.
Dead Space
I never even finished.
Turned into an action shooter when Dead Space 1 was a horror game.
Dead Space 1 was terrifying.
A fucking masterpiece of a game.
Yeah.
Yes, where to go? I like, after the second one, I was like, that was okay. I mean, not that
I thought
scary.
Dead Space 2 was good. Dead Space 3 was god-awful.
My favorite part of Dead Space 2 is when you go back to the Ishimura and it's like pitch black.
Yeah, that was scary. I'm like,
that part brought back the tension, and you're like, shit. I don't actually want to go that way.
3 was just about, like, what kind of explosive weapon can I make to just murder everything and not be afraid of anything?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, everything's brightly lit up for me, so I can see you like a mile away, and I'm just gonna snipe you. See ya. Okay, well, there's the game. Like,
done.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
But Dead Space 1 was so terrifying. I still can't play that game without getting scared.
Yeah.
So good.
So good. Oh man, Del Target's done very little talking, and she's also very well spoken. She has a very good voice. We should get her to talk.
The Dodger.
I don't know.
She's probably playing the new Final Fantasy IV that came out, remastered.
Oh yeah, you caught me.
Yeah, that's what I've been actually playing too. Because
No.
it's only $15.99, and it's
Early
worth
access.
the buy. No, it's not early access.
No.
It's a
No,
remake, early access.
Yeah, but it's Final Fantasy IV. Well, I guess if no one's a Final Fantasy fan, then don't buy it. But
I've always liked the idea of Final Fantasy. It sounds like existentialist, but I just never like playing them. I like to watch them.
Yeah, I think it's the gameplay.
The
Most
gameplay is
people-
not my type of game, but the
Yeah, they
stories,
shy away
I
from
love the stories, man.
Yeah, the story is so good. But that's why I think the new Final Fantasy, the 15, it's not the...
It's going to be
open
like Kingdom
world.
Hearts.
Yeah. So I think that's going to grab a shit ton
Yeah.
of people.
I'm going to play
Like,
the
it
shit
looks
out of
Excited for
amazing.
it.
But then again, when I say that looks amazing, in my mind, I'm already like, I hope it doesn't get torn down in horrible ways
Mhm.
with DLC and garbage, but whatever. And does anybody know when Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out? Or is that still...
No, that's.
I've been
And
waiting on Kingdom
that's
Hearts
why-
3 since fucking...
I was gonna say since I was like 10 years old.
yeah, I'm like, I need that so badly
say,
in my
To
life.
be honest, if you want to know my real opinion, I'm not expecting it till 2018.
That's
I
so
expect it
depressing.
next year.
I expect it tomorrow.
I want it now.
I'm gonna open up my Steam library, and it better be on my PC.
I'm so
Oh,
ready.
God.
My body is
Yeah.
ready for it.
Well, if you could play it on PC, that would be so freaking cool.
You can play it on PC.
I know,
well,
but like the new one, I want it. I want it now.
Oh,
on my
yeah, the new
PC.
one. New one would be
well.
nice.
Speaking of games that everyone really wants, how about those Fallout 4 rumors?
Oh.
Fallout 4
possibly.
confirmation?
Segway. Ah.
Hey, look, I have to
Possibly.
fill in for Zach's terrible segues. He's not here tonight.
Oh, they're my favorite though.
I love them.
Well, there's rumors going around of where the location is, and I think
Ooh, what
some
are the,
it
what's the
was
location?
It was Boston.
Yep, I was gonna say the biggest one I know. The one that seems most likely was Boston, and
But that is
came
not
from,
that is not confirmed though. So
No,
it
it's
might
not.
be giant bullshit. So
Definitely. If you think about what cool cities, and there's actually like some people have mapped out kind of like where they've taken place and how they've assumed or kind of come up with a hypothesis of what their trajectory is on what cities they're going to hit for the games, and Boston was one. But quite a while back, I think it was like a year or two ago, probably 2 years almost. Yeah, there was someone had seen something of like Blizzard or not Blizzard. all that talk
Blizzard.
about Activision got me thinking about Blizzard. Bethesda employees like scouting Boston and
yeah.
You guys remember that?
I remember
and so
that.
It was. Yeah, and so that was something that was very small, but people are pretty smart. There's some pretty sharp people out there when it's something as big as Fallout.
we know that Fallout 4 is a pretty solid game that's going to come out because they did get copyright, and I think it was in Europe for Fallout 4, like the title.
Mm-hmm.
So Bethesda went out and got the title. So why would they do that if they're not going to make a Fallout 4 game?
They would do that so that no one else can make a Fallout 4.
That is true. But then they also went for they'd never really done this big panel at E3, and people were saying that they're going to do this huge opening panel, and like, what would they do that for?
Yeah. What more perfect of an area?
And then they came out with the artwork that they were on that one guy's page.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, that came out too. So it's like, it's kind of, everybody's like, all right, well, Fallout 4 is a thing. Now we just need to know where it's at. Or we could just wait until E3 when they announce it.
E3 is coming up. I don't even know if you guys know. E3 is coming up real close.
When is
it's
E3?
So excited.
It's June. Let me Google it real quick. It's June, like, I think it's the 13th. What's funny is I started typing June and Google, so I typed Google. E3 2015 is going to be from June 16th to 18th. So that's, what, a month from now? And
what weekdays is that?
that
Shit.
it's a weekend.
Oh, well then hell yeah.
June, no, it's not. June 16th is a
Fuck.
Tuesday to Thursday.
Yeah, they release always big news on the Tuesday.
Yep. I thought E3s were usually on, maybe it's PAX. Is PAX usually on weekends?
I think
I have no idea.
Either way, yeah, we know that Bethesda has announced that for the very first time they're hosting a live full E3 briefing, which is a very perfect place for a Fallout 4 announcement to go down. However, they've had some more news, or not news, but they've had some more successful titles come out, like Dishonored was a wonderful piece of IP, like brand new
Yep.
IP. It could be an announcement for Dishonored, which, to be honest, at this point, a lot of people would be disappointed. But on the other hand, they'd be like, well, at least it's like not a shitty game. It's just not. It's just not.
It's just
Fallout.
not Fallout.
It's just not Fallout. You're
Fallout,
letting
when
us-
it came
Skyrim
out,
2.
I was in senior year of high school, I think, maybe junior year, and that game was so fucking good.
Mhm.
Like,
The game took me like a year to beat, actually. There was
Yeah.
so much things to do in it that it took me so long to.
No joke. I spent.
I could
2
still go
hours
back
today.
and play it and then not experience everything.
Yeah, let's see. I went to YouTube today while at work, the headphone in my ear, and I listened to the Galaxy News Radio Fallout 3 soundtrack for twice, and it's like 53 minutes long. So for 2 hours today, I was listening to Fallout music just because I wanted to. There's a certain atmosphere and stuff that
Yeah.
that those games bring, and I think it's great. I think it's almost, it's hard to say, yeah, Fallout 4 is totally confirmed, but I mean, there was the article we were talking about before the show started that someone broke the NDA, and on their LinkedIn account or whatever, they had said that they showed 4 months of working on the cinematic trailer for Fallout 4, and it just straight up said Fallout 4. So it's like, whoops, kind of dropped the ball there. So someone's in a lot of trouble, but I mean, here's the thing. Does it confirm? Do we need a confirmation of Fallout 4? Nobody's
Yes.
stupid. They're totally making it. What we need is a reveal. We need a Fallout 4 reveal. I've known they've been making Fallout 4 for like 4 years now.
Why
It's-
would
I-
they?
I mean, I'm not gonna believe they make it until they announce it. 'Cause
Right.
We don't want another.
Because I don't want to.
I don't want to talk about that either.
I don't want to. I don't want another Kingdom Hearts 3, man. Like
No,
I've
it's
been waiting
coming.
for
You
Kingdom
can't-
Hearts 3
No.
since I've beat Kingdom Hearts 2.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
coming.
oh,
Please.
every
If
year, this is the year. It's gonna happen.
If
It
it
never
happens
fucking
like
is.
with like a Metal Gear Solid, like the PT and all that stuff, if it just falls through like Kingdom Hearts 3, I will
Yeah.
like
I'll probably end
I will
my
shut
life.
down.
That's
I will
probably
just
what I'll
die.
I'll make a video and send it to the guy who makes the Kingdom Hearts games and be like, "You drove me to suicide."
Yeah, this is your fault.
And then the rest of us will like capture his family and be like, if you don't
Yeah.
make this,
and then
game,
if you don't, yeah, that's
It's
the
just one
plan.
guy too.
We're coming at
Just
you,
one guy,
guy who makes the Kingdom Hearts games.
yeah,
all
we're
by
watching.
himself.
We're all
Yeah,
watching.
just that one dude.
Just that one,
guy.
that
You
lone
son of a
coder in the
bitch.
corner.
Well,
Because they only
also-
had one guy working on it, probably.
Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah.
they threw out this trailer for it like a long time ago.
Oh,
though.
at the PlayStation 4 announcement.
Yeah, you can,
Mhm.
you can't do that to my heart, man.
Yeah, we thought that shit was dead. We thought we were only gonna get PSP games.
When is that gonna die? I kind of want that to like just disappear. Does anybody play the?
PSP games?
Yeah. Do you play PSP games? Does anybody play PSP games?
I don't.
No.
I've never owned a PSP.
No.
I owned a
No,
PSP for a bit, and I cracked the shit out of it. Like I cracked it and put a whole bunch
mean-
of other stuff on it.
Well, good fucking job.
And then,
I'm waiting for Xbox to come out with something like that. A handheld device. It's
Yeah,
the
they're
only
not
one-
that. They're not stupid.
That I don't know about that. They were pretty. They made a lot of dumb moves, like selling the Kinect with the Xbox. You had to have that. That was kind of a dumb move.
Dude, they got wrecked. They
gives
got
a shit
wrecked
about the
during those-
Kinect.
They got wrecked.
I think the
So
people
much
who
fun.
worked on the Kinect were like, we don't even like the fucking Kinect.
Yeah.
We don't even want to work on this.
Oh man,
Like
it's
they
funny.
stopped making Kinect games.
It
Yeah.
was-
And then they're like, fine, we're done with this thing.
It was
Nobody
so much
wants
fun.
it.
that week or whatever, when I was at work watching the new console reveals or whatever, was just the I looked forward to going to work so hard because I would just watch the live stream, and it was like this is way better than like pay-per-view fucking football or like wrestling match. This is just great to watch because Sony came out and was like, "You guys are so screwed. We're not going to pull you. We're
You can
going
see
to
it on
make
their
this.
faces,
yeah, they're like,
like-
we're going to make this so unprofessional right now,
Oh,
just to
what?
rub it in your damn face."
Like he like honestly, if I was the one who was presenting the PS4, I wouldn't even say anything.
Oh,
I just
dude.
point to it and just be like,
Yeah.
PS4. We're not shoving anything down your throats.
PS4, no, always online DRM. Drop the mic and
There you
leave.
go.
That's it. Don't even announce any games.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody been like, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, let's go.
Like,
do
hey,
that.
guys,
That's
this
so
works.
good. Microsoft is over there, but we got Halo. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
It's not by fucking.
We don't want your Halo.
Destiny's
Well-
gonna be on PS4 anyways. We don't need the new Halos anyway. So we're done.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was a little disappointed by Halo 4, but
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't even play Halo 4.
It gave me
because-
some feels, and I did.
no,
I did
Voldemort
enjoy
was
it.
in it. Like the no nose guy.
I did
Back it up.
enjoy. Let's see. I did enjoy the. I played. I had a roommate, and we played Halo Reach pretty competitively for a while, and we got up there in levels. I don't know if you guys know, but Halo Reach's later levels were so hard to level. It was so
Yeah?
much grinding. Stupid. I think.
I remember that. It
Yeah,
was
there-
like 3 million, and then you level up once, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right,
And
the
then-
next
and then
one's
jumps
10
up to-
million.
Yeah, I think the last one was 20 million, and
Yes.
there was a legitimate like.
Who plays that much?
There was a calculation. It would literally take you 6 months of game time at like the average
Right.
XP gain to reach their what I can't remember what the
cap?
actual level was called. Well, yeah, whatever the cap was. And we were like maybe 6 levels away from it, but those 6 levels were going to take us 4 months alone.
Yeah.
But I mean, my point is that we played it really competitively. So when Halo 4 came out, I obviously played the shit out of the story. It's a little short compared to obviously like Halo 1 story was actually a pretty lengthy game back.
Oh
then.
yeah. Yeah.
It was super fun. And
It was hard too.
I,
Like,
I accepted Halo 4 for what it was. I don't think the game sucked at all, but
No, but
Um,
it's doing the same. It did the same thing that most games are doing now is like we have to make a really touching story.
Mhm.
But with Master Chief, it was like you are a badass. You are gonna kill as much shit as you can, and just look cool doing it. And then when it kind of went over to like Master Chief is a robot who doesn't have emotions. We gotta find those emotions. I'm like,
Well,
I just want to kill Voldemort over there who's throwing laser beams at me. Like, why can't?
well,
Harry.
I read.
That's what it was like.
I thought Zach was in here for a second when you did that. Sounds like something Zach would do. No, my brother was really into the Halo books, and I read the first one, and there's actually a really good, awesome story behind who Master Chief is and his human side and everything. And going into the games knowing that, all the games had a lot more meaning for me. And like we were talking about with Assassin's Creed earlier, it's always following this story of Master Chief. And most people who didn't read the books or really get into the lore that much, like, didn't know that he's not just a robot. He's a person. He's a person that went through this Spartan program, and the fact that there was this connection between this AI and him, it was kind of a tearjerker, like the end of 4. And for me, I was like, that was satisfying enough. But what I really got out of that game, what I really enjoyed, was the way that the multiplayer played, because we were
Halo
so
4?
heavily. Yeah, because we were so heavily into the competitive side of Halo Reach, they kind of made Halo 4's multiplayer with the competitive side in mind, because obviously Halo's multiplayer became way more than just let's have a team deathmatch. It was like people can get disgustingly good at Halo.
Yeah, there were some pretty good.
There are absolutely professional Halo players.
So Coulter, the guy that we played H1Z1 with, like, eat, slept, and breathed fucking Halo, man.
Yeah.
Like, that guy is fucking good at Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's played all of them. We played Halo 3 at online, like, pretty much constantly. That and Black Ops 1. Like, and then I quit playing after Reach, but he's continued to play. But man, he beat everyone on legendary difficulty, like with a pistol, just absurd shit. Like, it just is crazy. So was really into Halo. We played a lot of Halo back in the day. But I almost got an Xbox One because of the Master Chief collection.
That was so broken
But
too.
that shit doesn't even work.
Nope, I think it's still broken.
I think I think you're right.
I bought that and I was like, all right, my favorite multiplayer maps. I'll see you later when I sit in this lobby for 40 minutes and then disconnect. Oh, that's great. But back on the, I think it's because I'm more of I'm a single player guy where multiplayer is the secondary thing that you do with your friends. But what I think it is like when you set up a story where at the beginning, like 1 through 3, Master Chief was more of like I'm gonna beat this guy's face in and look badass doing it. I'm gonna like take out all these enemies by myself. I'm an army of one, like badass emotions. Yeah. Fuck that. I'm gonna do this myself. Like, and then you switch it over to being like, okay, now it's getting emotional. I do love emotional story games. That's fine, but when you already have a character set up that's like I'm a badass to destroy, and then it's like, oh, my emotions. I kind of got like this weird like feeling off of it.
Those are called emotions.
No, I just didn't like, I didn't sync up to the character that I used to know. I was like, this seems like a different person that's in Master Chief.
Well, I think before they had like a husk, right? You know, like you were playing Master Chief, Destroyer of Worlds, and then now they're like, but Master Chief sometimes he feels.
Yeah, and I was like, no, don't let him feels.
But I just played 3 fucking games that would tell me that he did not feel any feels at all while he was choking the life out of this Covenant. I don't think that. I think, Game, you're lying to me. I think I would know.
Yeah, I think
if he was okay like murdering an entire species, and then he's like, "Oh, my robot girlfriend just left." I'm like, "Where are your morals, man?"
I was gonna say, I think that in their well, I'm gonna go ahead and say like he's a real person, because in Master Chief's defense, okay, no, I'm not kidding. In Master Chief's defense, Cortana, okay, if this was like a real thing, Cortana is like the most important piece of
Door opener.
whatever you want to call
Oh,
her,
okay,
like
yeah.
equipment or whatever. She's to mankind. Like she's the most important piece of technology that they could have. And so one, he like you said, he's a badass. He's there to do his job. He's this one man army. He's this titan. Like he's there to get the mission done. But he's also been Cortana was such an advanced AI that she might as well have been a person. And they went through all of this shit together, and at first it was just him doing the job. Like that's what he's got to do. And it's still in at the end of 4, it's still him just doing the job, but it's more about he's protecting humanity, but he's also protecting Cortana, because to him Cortana's a real person, and to him Cortana's the only person he's ever going to have feelings for. Like he doesn't like he protects humanity because he has to. Like that's his thing. But Cortana
Signed a contract with Activision.
yeah, exactly. Humanity is
I'm only
Activision,
doing this because I gotta get paid.
and he's the developer. So
But that's true. But between Halo 2 and 3, he left Cortana, and still
Yeah.
he wasn't like an emotional wreck. He was like, "I'm gonna get my bitch back."
Well,
I
Like,
don't
he was
know
like,
how to feel
I'm
feelings.
gonna. Yeah, he's like, "No, I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm gonna go fucking get her back."
I do know how to
And-
shoot this rocket though.
yeah.
do you remember how 4 ended? She basically died.
Yeah,
That's why.
Well,
that
man.
means to him the only thing he's ever known, which is getting the job done and doing it and making sure that she was protected. He can't do that anymore. Like he knows that that she has to be somewhere, but
but now
she's
the,
basically dead. So he's got no purpose. That's what it feels like.
I bet you
Halo 5's gonna
$5
be.
bucks that they
Probably.
bring back Cortana at the end of 5.
Oh, of course they do. You want to know why? Because Cortana's smarter than everybody, and she probably didn't actually sacrifice herself because she's not a dumb bitch.
well, what 5 is gonna be about is like Master Chief's struggle with him being back when they're all like, "You should have died. Like we don't need you anymore." And like I don't understand
Oh, yeah.
that. I guess I'm gonna have to play the game because I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like why? Yes, you're destroying
Man,
a world.
can you imagine Master Chief where they're like, "All right, Master Chief, we have to let you go."
I'll
Like,
just blow
I
up
just
your
spent
world too.
fucking
Like-
5 games wrecking shit for you. Yeah, I know, but we're just gonna have to let you go. We're sorry.
We're
Here's our
sorry,
severance
man.
package.
Whatever.
Oh, you got
suck.
a gold watch though. Yeah.
Queer.
Nobody likes you.
Yeah.
And now they have like this new character that's supposedly like hunting Master Chief, and I don't know. Like
Well, it's I think it's to be honest, I'm kind of feeling like the game is going to be something along the lines of, because he doesn't know like what to do without Cortana. He's not there to do what what the generals and shit tell him to do, because his only concern is figuring out where the fuck Cortana is, because she's the only person he cares about. And so then he becomes a deserter, which means, because the other people that are following him in all those like trailers and stuff are other Spartans. They're not like aliens. They're just other people.
look at what Chunk said. We can just make a Kickstarter for Master Chief
Kickstart
to
a
get
new
him a new job.
Get him a Patreon.
We'll kickstart enough money to make a new
You can
Cortana.
start a YouTube channel. Like,
Yeah, he'd be way popular.
All
I'd
right,
watch.
guys, this is
I-
Master Chief playing the Slender. All right, I got my rocket launcher in hand just in case shit gets real.
remember to
I wanna see
donate
him
to my
play The
Patreon.
Sims.
Yeah,
Him playing The Sims 4 would be the cutest thing ever.
yeah.
So I
He's
made
like,
this
here's me
character-
and here's Cortana.
Yeah.
I made
I really
We're
like
gonna
Cortana.
woo right now.
I think I'm gonna go talk to her and try and woo
I
her.
actually really want this. Can this be a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Can
should.
make this?
Yeah, I want him to talk how I'm talking though, because he has a stoic voice, but I want him to be.
His
I want him to
voice
be. I
is,
want him to kind of be dumb. So like adorable dumb, you know, like aw, Master Chief.
His big clunky hands can't hold
Oh, I
controllers.
can't grab my cookie.
There you go.
He just mashes it against his helmet.
He's
Oh.
gonna do a vlog about the last episode of Downton Abbey. Really upset about it.
Please, somebody make this.
Oh my god, this is perfect. We're done. We're done. We just give us all the money.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Producers out there.
Kickstarter.com.
Yeah. Let's make a Kickstarter for that. But I don't think we have a. Who voices Master Chief?
Nobody.
I can't remember his
Chris does
name.
now.
A robot.
Yeah, I do now. I'll be the voice.
Microsoft Sam.
Yeah, there
Oh
you
my
go.
God.
Arby and the Chief. He's got such a stoic voice. His name is Steve Downs. It's the guy who does Master Chief.
Did you watch RB and the Chief?
Fuck yeah, who didn't?
That was amazing. I thought I was the only one who's ever watched that.
Watch what?
He has to play
Ar-
every game with the old Xbox Duke controller. Yeah, he does.
If,
My
if you
favorite-
don't know what RB and the Chief is, please look that up on
Please go
YouTube.
watch it. You will
You
not be
have
disappointed.
to. It is amazingly hilarious.
I've never heard
He's
of
like,
it.
oh my god, it's so funny, dude.
It's hilarious.
I thought you were referencing that because you said Microsoft Sam.
No, I totally forgot about all that. That-
Well, the
Oh.
best part is when
That
he's
was my
like,
original joke.
oh, ha ha ha, ha, look at me
OC.
not catching on. It's right over my head. No, it's just I used to the same buddy and I who used to play Halo Reach together all the time. We were total Halo nuts, but we used to watch Arby and the Chief all the time. And when we would be playing Halo, we'd be talking about just whatever, and then all of a sudden one person would be like, "Yeah, who doesn't have $10?" Because of that one episode where he's like, "I bought all the DLC with $10."
I love how this is just funny between me and you.
It's
'Cause
so
nobody.
funny.
I'm telling you, nobody on this planet has ever watched that.
Oh,
besides,
it's so
like, a
popular.
few. I know,
It's-
and then when I ask people, they're like, "Don't know what
what's
that
Arby?
is."
Maybe
I
they
don't
just
know
don't know
what
that
you
it's
mean,
called
man.
Arby and the Chief. I don't know. It's super funny though, but I don't even remember how we got on the topic of Halo 5.
I don't know
I don't
either.
know either.
We're
I still
talking
think
about
it's gonna be
E3
trash.
or something.
Who knows, man? E3. It was about E3, and the reason we started talking about E3 was because Bethesda's going to have their own live event, and it's
Yeah.
totally going to be Fallout 4.
If it's not Fallout 4, it better be some new crazy IP. It should be
I would
like
say
Elder Scrolls, the Fallout years, and then it's going to be like a mix where you shoot magic and a gun.
It's just going to be Elder Scrolls Online DLC release.
The whole time.
Everyone plays it. The whole thing is
2-hour
going to be
thing
about,
about
the
the Elder
DLC.
Scrolls Online and
Yep.
DLC.
That was pretty garbage too.
Yeah,
but
that game sucked fucking ass.
I really wanted to like it.
I
really
also
did.
really wanted to like
you
it.
can't.
I do like that game.
You can't like that game.
I
It's-
do like that game.
No.
I'm just
Oh.
tired of being disappointed.
Well, you just you
why
have
we
to
play
understand
WoW.
that it's not a. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
There you
WoW never disappoints.
There you go.
No, because it's just the same thing over. I know what to expect.
Yep. I
Yeah,
miss
but
it.
Same
I was
thing
a
every week.
huge. I was an arena junkie in WoW. I never got like 2K rating because I suck ass, but I loved the feeling. Well, I loved the feeling that arena gave me in that game. It was like one of the only competitive games that was like that I actually wanted to be competitive with because I am not a very competitive person. But playing arena, I would be like my adrenaline would be going, and I'd be like,
Yes.
you have to watch everything. You have to like have these add-ons so you can see exactly what they've casted, when you can cast yours, and do this and do that. And there were a couple of moments where I had some teams that got up to like 1800 where it just started to get pretty difficult. And once you would pull off that one little combo that shut down the other team, I was like, this is why I play WoW. I'm not a fat nerd. Like whatever the negative connotation is with playing WoW, it's this awesome competitive. I found something that I'm competitive at, and then now I don't play anymore.
Well, I love killing people, so
Yeah,
That's
killing
fun.
killing people's good.
yes.
Do you
In
I don't-
WoW.
There's gonna be more Batman at E3, like more Batman.
Oh, fuck
Arkham
Batman.
stuff? Yeah, of course there is.
I'm trying not to be hype about like get the hype on that.
About
but-
Arkham Knight?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm scared.
I'm not.
Because freaking Arkham Origins was not that
Arkham
great.
Origins.
Yeah.
Okay, hey. Let me school you real quick. Arkham Origins was not made by Arcane
By
Studio.
Rocksteady, I know.
And I agree. Out of all of the Arkham games, not the best one. In fact,
Yeah.
my biggest pet peeve about that game was Bruce, or Batman rather, looked really fat. Like he looked stocky. No, you get what I'm talking about? Like in
now
Arkham
that you mention
Asylum,
it, yeah, that's
he was a buff dude. But when it comes to Origin, he was like his from his shoulder to his elbow was like 6 inches. Like it was like he had like a ball on his arm and then fat wrists. It's like, why are you fat, Batman?
Look,
So
he was new to the whole vigilante thing.
that's true.
All right?
I will
Maybe
say
he
that
slimmed down from that.
Staying
time
up all night, being the knight, that takes a lot of.
being the knight. I
DLC
think
sadness,
I
yeah.
think Knight will be pretty good. They're going
I
back
think it will
to
be good. Yeah.
Arcane, and they're doing it with the full disclosure that it's the end of their series, and they're like not pulling any punches with just how dark the game is going to be. And I think dark games are where it's at, dog.
I think.
Oh yeah.
I hope
turn
they
that
learn
brightness all the way up.
one thing that I want them to take from Origins is all the new like the cool costumes.
Yeah.
From
Oh
Origins?
yeah, the costumes
Yeah.
in Origins was cool.
That brought me back.
That's the one that
so
had
hard.
the Batman Beyond one, yeah.
Yes, it looked
Yep.
so good. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
that was
my
so sick.
god.
I believe
Please.
they are doing that.
The nostalgia that came with that. I was like, I'm playing Origins again just because I can play it with this costume.
Yeah.
Like I just want to fly around like this.
I'm even more hyped for the voice acting reveal of who's doing the voices, and like, I mean, my favorite one is, excuse me, Mike from Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Mike from
Yeah.
Breaking Bad is, first of all, one of the best characters in the show, and he has an awesome voice. And
Yep.
having him play one of my favorite people in the Batman universe, being James Gordon, I'm like, that is amazing. And I would not have expected at all for Mike, or Jonathan Banks, to be
So-
voice acting him. It's just like the other thing. Speaking of voice acting, the Emperor in The Witcher 3 is going to be Tywin Lannister.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he's one of the most amazing people ever, and you're like, hell yeah, because these awesome people that you've seen in shows that are obviously super talented are kind of lending their talents to
'Cause
video
I
games.
think
But
there's money there. There didn't
There's
used to be
so
money,
much money.
but now there's money.
oh yeah, there's tons of money in voice acting.
That's why
it's
Oblivion
crazy.
had like 3 voice actors because they spent all their money on Picard.
Yeah. Yep. You are the one from my dreams.
Engage.
That's $250,000.
Yeah, yep, right there.
Engage.
It's amazing. And Arcane Studios doesn't, again, like, it's their last game, and they're not pulling any punches with any of it, it looks like. I mean, for me, it couldn't be any better. And I have to say, I am a little biased because you guys know my obsession with Batman. But aside from that, having Scarecrow be the bad guy, like the big overarching story bad guy for the very last game, could not ring any truer with me. Like, it couldn't fit any better with me because from when I first started reading Batman and everything, he was my favorite enemy ever.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Really?
he was so great in Arkham Asylum, and then he disappears, but there's that cutscene at the end or whatever where you see his hand come out of the sewer, and I was like, yeah, and then it's been like 6 years or something since we've
I'm
seen
finally
him.
getting out of the sewer.
He's been there forever.
All these
This shit
rags are holding me down.
sucks.
Yeah.
I just hope Deathstroke will be back again because he
Yeah.
is my favorite character, and
Yep.
he did not
was-
have a lot of game
it
time
was,
in
it
Origins.
was disappointing in
Yes.
Origins.
It
That
was a good
was
fight.
like-
It was an okay fight. But it was too short, and like you beat him so like within one fight,
yeah.
and you're just like, okay, I'll see you later, Deathstroke.
Yep.
Maybe soon. Like nobody came to pick him up or anything. He was just done.
Yeah.
He was gone.
Well, there was
I was like,
there was a cutscene
okay.
at the end or whatever that shows him, like, someone showed up at his jail cell. And it's a stretch because that game is supposed to be like before Asylum, but they could have done that. Arcane Studios could have asked Rocksteady to be like, hey, throw this in there because we're gonna have him in Arkham Knight. It's possible. I mean, everything is going wrong in Arkham Knight, so I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up.
I hope so. He was
I
my
do
favorite.
too. He was really good, and I think they could do him pretty well.
There's so many bad guys you can put in there. Like, I remember, what's his name? The Croc was in one
Killer
of the
Croc.
games.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in the first
In
one.
the first one, yep.
And he was scary as hell in that one because he comes out of the
Yeah.
water and like
Coming
runs
out
at
of the
you.
water, you're like,
you had
I
to
gotta
run across
walk
those-
the whole time.
Yeah, you had to run.
Can't
those-
run.
Hey, it was hard mode if you just sprinted. So
Yeah, that's what I did. I sprinted through the whole thing. I said,
yeah,
hey,
and it
Killer Croc,
the tension
go fuck
levels
yourself.
are way up there. Yeah. It was good. I'm really excited for that game.
I hope
There's a whole bunch of people coming in like Nightwing and all that.
Yeah,
So they're not gonna have the Joker because the Joker dies at the end of
No, he's
Right.
two.
Yeah.
But
he
I
died.
think the Joker
Spoilers.
is
Spoilers.
Oh,
Sorry,
No, I'm just kidding.
Matt. How could you? The game's only been out for like
Oh.
forever.
Yeah.
I'm bad.
Guys, Bruce Wayne is Batman. Spoilers.
What?
Sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Mind blown.
Bruce Wayne. Oh shit.
I'm not saying that
the
I'm
Bat.
Batman, but I'm just saying that you've never seen Batman and me in the same room. at the same time.
I have that on a coffee mug. So
I have a glass that has the Bat logo, and then it's got a utility belt, and it literally has a cape, like a real cape.
I think I have seen that.
I don't know where it's at.
you're a lady killer, aren't you? You just go to the bar with your own
God.
Just go
glass.
to the bar with your Batman cup.
I'm like, hey babe,
Fill her
how do
up.
you think I found Victoria, guys?
Where is she?
She saw me from across the bar, holding this sick
Nice
ass
cup.
glass, and she's like, That dude's got class.
You have one of those pocket
You're
fans
like-
to make the cape flutter.
You know what I have? I don't know if
No.
I've ever shown you guys this, but I also have a pen that folds. it's the bat symbol, and it folds in.
So it's a
Just-
really long pen.
No, it's
seems
a double-sided pen.
Oh,
It's like
Well,
a
ever-
it's like a
and if I wanted to, and I
butterfly
threw it at you,
Batman.
it wouldn't hurt you because I'm on the other side of a
If
computer.
you ever get robbed,
Yes.
you have to defend yourself with
Yeah,
that.
defend yourself
Just
with your
fall.
butterfly pin.
It's great because I can just hold it like this, and then Batman people
Yeah.
to death.
Batman's a
I
verb
am the
now.
knight. I am the knight.
Speaking of Batman, you guys watched the new trailer for Superman v Batman, right?
Yeah.
No, as in
Go
yes,
on.
I did. And I,
The
that's my stated
No, as in
stance.
yes.
No,
the metal suited Batman. What did you guys think about that?
no.
I think how it's gonna go is honestly, either they're gonna go Batman's gonna kick the shit out of Superman, and then all the Superman fans are gonna be super like upset about that.
I'm salty right now.
I remembered you being a
hold on.
Superman fan.
We should hold this conversation because Matt and I will go on forever because we bat for opposite teams.
Yeah, because
I get
Batman's
it.
better.
Batman.
I just want you to know that the metal suit is actually in the comic.
Yeah,
that's-
so
This whole situation is
the
actually
whole
in that.
what they're pulling this from is a
Dark
specific
Knight
set of one of the popular Batman versus Superman comics. I think there's only been like 3 or 4,
Yeah.
but yeah, so it pretty much is like Batman's like, hey, I gotta go like check out Superman because he's being kind of weird, and then Superman's like, hey, I don't think you should be fucking around with me, and Batman's gonna be like, well, you know what, dude, I think you should go like not be a douchebag, and Superman's like, hey, let me tell you something, Bat. And they have a little cat fight. It's not gonna be a big deal, and then
No,
you'll see
it's
Wonder
gonna be
Woman
awesome,
for
but
3 or 4 frames, and then you'll see Aquaman, and then that'll be it. That'll be the movie.
Dude,
I-
on that note, how about Khal Drogo as Aquaman?
Yes.
God.
Dude.
That is
Oh,
sick.
God.
Such a good cast.
I know. Perfect. It's wonderful.
Talk about lady killers.
It makes me
Shit.
laugh because of how Aquaman has always been portrayed as this kind of like
Oh,
Pansy
yeah?
ass.
as an Aquaman. Yeah, like he could not even be there and we don't care. But
Yeah.
now he's like super rugged and badass.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey, whoa.
He has
There
like his
is-
armor tattooed on him now.
Yeah.
There are some people out there who really like Aquaman.
true. I used to really
obviously
like
they
Aquaman.
want to make him look cool. And I have an image on my computer where he is the most badass. He's got like a hook hand and he's got this long hair. And
Yeah.
oh my god, it's amazing. I
He
have
was
a picture.
pretty badass in Injustice.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Stabbing
was.
people, feeding them to sharks. Yeah.
They did good. I'm gonna link you guys to this this wonderful post as long as I can. Okay.
However,
Everyone, click on that and you'll see the picture. That's the one on my computer, but this is an easy way for you guys to see it. On the right there,
That's funny.
it says, "I'm useless." They said, "I have stupid powers." They said, but he's like summoning a bunch of sharks to eat
He's
everyone.
like so many jaws. What?
Yeah,
That's
he's-
awesome.
he is murdering people right in front of Batman, and Batman's down there in the corner like, "The fuck, Aquaman?"
Yeah, Green Lanterns. They're like, well,
I will say
at the time.
I kind of don't like being a Batman fan. I don't like how they have been portraying Superman in a sense in these movies, because like in the newer one with the trailer, it showed like all these evil people, like, or at least I assume they're evil, like bowing down to Superman, and like Superman's getting portrayed as like this god to some, being worshipped. Then he has like this cult side that's like doing bad things, and then I think that's why Batman comes in to like be like, what are you trying to do here?
Yeah. Well, to be honest,
that's pretty much the whole basis. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I just don't like that, because like to me, Superman was like the symbol of justice, the light side, and then Batman's the dark side, which is also a symbol of justice. And the reason they fought is because their ideas and their morals kind of like clash together. Like Batman wants to do it the dark, roundabout, like the super dark way. Superman wants to do it like the gung ho light way, and then they fight over it. You'll see it in the comics all the time. Like they'll get in arguments and then like start fights over it and all that stuff. But now it's more like Superman's kind of, to me at least, like I have this feeling like he's acting like a bitch that doesn't know how to figure his own stuff out. Like,
well,
I'm like,
I think I like the way that the trailer sets it up, because it's a very realistic. I believe it's a very realistic portrayal of what it would be like.
Yeah,
because
if a god
there would
being
absolutely
came down right now, you would have people who would be like, "This is Jesus Christ."
Yeah, this is him, and then there would be the news and other people. Yeah, there would be like news and everyone saying the Church of Superman. He may have rescued us from those other crazy ass alien people, but first of all, he cost us like $900 billion in structure damage.
That was Zod. All right, that was Zod. I don't want to hear no shit about Superman.
He was completely reckless. But
he was new. He didn't know what was going on.
I was just messing. But in reality, people would be terrified.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They wouldn't look at it as, some people might look at it as, he's here, we now have someone who can save us. But there would be more rational people who would be like, this guy, if he wanted to, could destroy the entire planet.
Yep.
And how are we supposed to know whether or not we should trust him? And that's Batman comes in. I don't know if you know much about Batman in the Justice League, but in the cartoons, he's like, yeah, we're all friends. But honestly, Bruce is like, I don't trust any of you. He's got files on how to kill everyone.
He has like contingency plans for everybody.
Yeah.
That's what Batman fans like to circle jerk about. But
Hey now.
It's just Batman doesn't really trust anyone, and it doesn't mean that I don't think Bruce is right. I think Bruce is neurotic. I think his character is kind of a psychopath. I love him, but I think that it's also a clash of, he wants to see it done this way, but it's not like a power struggle. It's just I don't trust you, because he doesn't trust anybody type of a thing.
Yeah, I think that's where the arguments come from, who would win in a fight. Like Superman's got like godlike powers, and then everybody's gonna say, like Batman fans are gonna say, but Batman always thinks of the right ideas. Like he's always got something up his sleeve. So I don't think it's ever gonna come to a conclusion with that. I think it's always going to be back and forth.
You want to know why? It's because they're like, fuck it. We're both too great, so let's just form the Justice League and be amazing, and we'll be friends.
Batman does get kicked out of the Justice League for having all those files, because they do get stolen, and then they get used.
Flash is like, dude, what the fuck? All I can do is run fast. Why do you have a file on me?
Yeah.
There is a file, and what it is it like implants a bomb into his wrist. Yeah. And if he ever stops running, it explodes. So
it's
pretty messed up.
Yeah, most of his contingency plans are they're not just to incapacitate him. Yeah, they're to kill them, which is why they're such a big deal. It's like wow,
whoa, Batman.
Whoa, Batman, relax, bro.
Whoa.
It's gonna be okay.
It's like Saul 6, Batman.
Yeah. How are you gonna have a chimichanga with us and then have a plan to kill me?
Like Wonder Woman's was he put these little like robots into her body, and they would go up into her brain so that she thought everybody who she saw was an enemy, so she'd keep fighting until she had a heart attack. Like that was her
Man, Batman, that's a little elaborate.
Yeah, it was really
that's a bit much.
Really messed up, but it was pretty I guess it's pretty cool in some ways when you think about it, but at the same time, it was this movie. I don't remember what the movie was called, but they went into the depth of him getting kicked out of the Justice League for that. But then again, I don't think this debate between who's going to win is ever going to have a conclusion. I don't think it is even in the movie. I don't think they're going to.
No, they're not going to have a conclusion in the movie for sure.
No.
Well,
absolutely.
yeah, and well, the reason for that is because they don't kill each other. Like nobody
No.
really wins. They're like, forget it. We'll just make the Justice League.
Right? Oh,
Even
and
if-
by the way, here's Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
Yeah, yeah. All of a sudden, here you go.
Even if Batman did lose, like eventually, I want to see like, give me a definite answer, please.
Yeah.
The definite answer is Superman.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. All right. I understand that Batman is crazy and all that shit. But the only time Batman's ever bested Superman is when Batman's had time to plan and he had help from Green Arrow and all this other shit. If it was just Batman versus Superman, Superman will always win. Because he can just go there, he'll just super speeds and then squash
Kryptonite,
Bruce like
man.
a bug.
He's got kryptonite gauntlets.
That means jack all.
No,
Okay,
it doesn't.
listen. That
Chris,
means
help.
jack all. Okay, let me just teach you real quick.
Let me learn you something.
Let me learn you something real quick, girl. Have you seen the opening cinematic to DC Universe Online? He gets
Yeah,
taken
so
out,
badass.
but he gets taken out because Diana has kryptonite in her mouth because she pretty much got like mouth raped by what's
By,
his face?
Lex
Kryptonite.
Luthor,
And-
yeah.
And then Lex Luthor comes in and he's like, "Let me stab you through the heart like it's nothing because you're kind of a
He had a
bitch
big
around,
suit on, man.
No, the suit means nothing. Did you? Okay, same cinematic. The Superman flies out and grabs him, and he's like, "You don't deserve to live," and throws him fucking like 14 football fields that way. It's not about the suit; it's about the kryptonite. And guess what? 6-year-old fucking girls can have kryptonite. They find it like in their backyard.
I don't think the kryptonite is. It's just I don't think Batman's gonna be able to react fast enough to be like, wait, I got kryptonite. Like, wait, let me put on my gauntlets. wait, I got something in my utility belt. No, because you're dead. That's.
Relax, man.
I think that's the.
Okay, if they were both like, if they both scheduled a fight, like they're like,
Okay,
we're
if
gonna
they
fight.
both
here and
scheduled a
there.
fight and Bruce had 6 months to prepare, it would be 50-50. But straight
Well,
up in a
you're talking
1v1
about-
fight,
If Superman were to rush Batman, then yeah. But if Batman
yeah, that's
were
what I'm
to rush,
saying.
If Batman were to rush Superman, it'd be the Batman would win.
Batman can't rush Superman.
Yes, you can.
Nerds. Young nerds.
Batman, no, he doesn't. He just maybe he sneak up on Superman. No, does Superman have super hearing? I think so. Yeah, so no. That's the
I
but see
think
that's
the
the
Hulk
problem,
would win.
right? The problem with Superman
Okay,
is that
see,
he's
no.
too good.
The problem is that there's so many different comics that stretch out a whole bunch of different
Yeah,
universes.
how strong he is and how strong he's not.
Yeah, but he
and-
doesn't have certain powers in certain universes.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. He's as
in-
strong as the comic book people write him, right?
In one universe, he can make copies of himself, miniature copies out of his hand. Little mini Superman.
He's Superman. I believe
Like,
it.
what is that?
In one comic, he has super sewing abilities. I don't know why, but he does.
Hey,
it's
when you
nuts.
need to make a shirt, all right, you're gonna wish Superman had super sewing abilities.
Oh my goodness.
But no, man, I think Superman 9 times out of 10.
That's
All right,
just-
well, we're gonna leave that there.
Please.
So did anybody else watch The Avengers?
I did not.
Yes.
Don't talk about it.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I did watch.
Dude, I saw that shit twice in theaters.
Look, Victoria and I
What?
want to do it too, but we have children now, dog children,
Whoa.
I
See,
will
look, a
babysit
dog
your
child.
dogs.
and
I
it's
will
hard.
I will drive hours to play with your dogs while you go watch the event.
Pudding wanted me to go pick him up when I picked up Edison.
Yeah, what the hell?
Isn't that rude?
So, since you saw it, Doll Target, all the I'm not gonna say anything about the story, but all the
Right.
conspiracy bullshit about Black Widow, did you agree or disagree? Because I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Being a slut.
Yeah.
All I heard was that Jeremy Renner wasn't sorry, and I thought that was hilarious.
I thought it
Yeah,
was
well, he made a joke. I don't see.
Yeah,
I thought it was
he made a joke and he was like, "It was a joke. Relax,
Yeah.
dudes. I'm not sorry." And I was like, "Good for you, Jeremy Renner."
I mean, at the same time, when it's a very it's a huge movie, no matter what you say, it's gonna offend somebody out there.
Well,
Yes.
especially when you're in the spotlight, you're a big actor
Yeah.
for a huge
Like
movie.
I call my friends, like I call Chris a slut all the time.
You son of a bitch! I'm out.
I do it to your face.
Click.
I'm offended.
Click.
But it's like, at some point, you got to know they work together. Like they work together on this movie.
Yeah,
you
they
can
have to be
see
friends.
That they're all like buddy together.
Mhm.
They went on, what's his name's host show and did like a Family Feud where they versed each other in
Jimmy
Family
Fallon?
Feud. Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember. But they were all laughing and having a good time. So when you see somebody go in an interview and be like, "This guy's a dickhead," or "This one's a douchebag," or "She's a slut," like they're not being serious. And if they are being serious, of course they're not going to say it to some interview guy. Like they would be like, "All right, I really don't like her. She's a slut." But like if you're going to say it to like a whole bunch of people, he was like obviously joking.
Yeah.
Right.
They'd just be asking for trouble if he wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he got trouble regardless, but you know.
Yeah, it's the
But-
internet. Fuck them.
But why?
But in terms of the actual character Black Widow
Mhm.
for the movie, there was a good amount of things that they did with her character that I didn't really agree with. I guess it's a mix of because I'm a woman and they did things with her as a woman protagonist that I didn't really think was necessary.
Like what?
But
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I really can't say much
Yeah.
in terms of
God, darn it.
Look, we'll go watch it this weekend.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Because I watched
make
it
that happen.
and I thought they did a fine job. I didn't think they overplayed her love interest too much, and there wasn't any weird like overly sexualized shots of her, which I thought was
No,
which
it's
was
not
nice.
that. I don't think they needed her to have a relationship with anyone at all.
Does everything need
No,
a
'cause
love
she's
interest these
independent.
days?
Well, because it just like the whole movie, if you took out the entire like romance section,
Yep.
it would have been just as good.
It would have been just as good. I agree with that.
Oh, I have a friend who just hates movies because of the lovey-dovey scenes, and literally, I'm not kidding. His favorite movie is Machete, and Machete Kills, and literally the reason Machete is his favorite movie is because in the first 30 seconds of the movie, they bring in his wife, or like those people are attacking, and they bring in his wife, and you think it's gonna be like, oh no, he's gonna have emotions because they have his wife, and they just cut his wife's head off, and that's it, that's done, and he goes, this is the best movie ever, and now it's just nothing but Danny Trejo just like cutting people's hands off. It's amazing. More movies need to
Classic
just
Danny.
get rid of that. Need to get rid of that sappy bullshit.
I don't know why everything needs like a love story nowadays. Like,
Well, I didn't think the love story subtracted from it.
this is coming from me that has not seen the movie. So,
alright.
yeah, no, this is coming from. So I might be wrong, but like, what I'm drawing from is like things like Godzilla. Like, if you've seen the new Godzilla,
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was bullshit.
what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, I came to see Godzilla.
Yeah,
like,
I
why
didn't
why am I
see
following this marine that needs a
about-
love story? Like,
Yeah.
what? Everything that had Godzilla in it
was
was
badass.
awesome. Yeah, I loved it. And then everything that didn't, I was just like, when's the next Godzilla scene? Like, can we move it along?
Yeah, I paid $15 for this shit. Where's my Godzilla?
Yes,
Like,
I.
please.
So
Hey, on that topic, how expensive are fucking movies these days, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're like
It's
$10 a ticket.
expensive.
Stupid. And then you're like, I want a soda and like some Sour Patch Kids, and
No,
like
no,
that'll
I
be
go with chicks,
$40.
dude, and they have a purse, and they're like, that's how we get our shit in.
That's
Yeah, but
it.
how are-
I
how
just
are
have a
males?
purse, please.
I just wear like a jacket, like
Yeah,
the one I'm wearing
jackets.
now, and I'm just like, I look like an awkwardly shaped fat person. Leave me alone.
Dude,
just-
I'm
nobody
not
shame
carrying
me.
in 20 pounds worth of contraband.
You're
just
taping
put
like
drinks-
Mountain Dew cans to your thighs. Like, don't mind me.
I put drinks down my pants and
Pretty much,
nobody
yeah.
asks. So
They just look at you and they're
When
like,
they ask, you're like, well, do you want to go down there and get it? And they're like, that's sexual harassment. You're going to jail. And you're like, oh,
I'm very
that is not
sensitive
how it
about my
played
well
out.
endowedness. Oh man, that's funny.
But yeah, dude, you got to go see the Avengers.
I will. We really want to, so we'll probably end up trying to make that work. The things are just going to get real tight for the next couple of weeks because we have to. I mean, there's nothing in my room right now that's packed. This room has almost nothing, but I mean, the whole house is the same way. We just need to start getting stuff in boxes because we have half a garage full of stuff, and we're only moving a couple blocks away. But like, moving is stressful, and I'll be really excited to get into the next place and have my new office. It's like a similar space, but I think it'll be a lot easier to. It won't be as much of an echo chamber, I suppose. This foam is good, but I'm gonna get a little bit more. I actually think I'm just gonna go and get like a big sheet of foam, because this stuff is like $30 a pop or something. Not like per square, but like $30 for this 12 square feet. And it's all right, but it's 12 square feet is not that big of a section on your wall. I'd rather spend 20 or whatever it is, or 50 for like a huge sheet that covers the wall.
So, honestly, you really don't need the foam that much. So the way that we do all of our audio is we did the whole foam thing. We did blankets on the walls, and we did all that stuff to just try to kill any kind of echo at all. Because Spencer is a real big stickler about sound. So what we did was we bought these directional mics, and these are $50. And then you just put a noise gate on. So
That's not bad.
noise gate pretty much kills any kind of outside fans and stuff like that. And if you have a pop filter, then that helps even more.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know that much about it. That's like Spencer's area, so I could totally be wrong. But if you're interested, I can tell him to give you a call, and he can talk to you about it, because he's like he's in it, man.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be pretty cool. I know there's some more. I should do some more research, because there's a lot of people that I watch, a lot of YouTubers and stuff who have this exact same microphone I do, because it's a really good quality microphone for not that much.
The Snowball or the Yeti?
No, it's not that. It's an Audio Technica 2020.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a pretty good microphone. I catch it all the time now. For like any video that has their microphone in the shot, I'm like, that's my microphone. And you know, all they have is like this. It's on a shock mount, so that when they're bumping their desk or typing, it's not so loud. And then it's got the pop filter. And what I really want to do first, before anything else, is get that shock mount, because it's really not that expensive, and it'll get it
Shock
off
mounts
my
are good.
desk. Yeah, get it out of my face, free up my hands and everything. So, but yeah, I mean, if I have any questions, I'll ask him, because I have quite a bit of research to do in that area.
Yeah, that's what he's into. I'm the SEO guy, and he's the sound and art guy.
Sweet, that's pretty cool. You guys can split it up like that. Well,
It's really
Good stuff.
It's really amazing. Like being from going outside of YouTube to trying to be inside of YouTube, everything that you need and you have to know.
Mhm.
yeah.
Like you have to learn. Like holy
Mhm.
crap.
Yeah, and that's what I really like about, even though I haven't been doing a whole lot recently, it's just the stuff that I've taught myself. Even that new intro that I made that's on the news video, it's pretty simple. I watched like a tutorial video, and the tutorial video, just basically any tutorial video for anything that you want to watch, they're usually pretty simple to follow, and it teaches you enough. So like, if you don't want it to be exactly like they made it, you just alter some stuff, because it's all just numbers. You just need to know what things mean what. And right now I'm learning Adobe Premiere, and I was using Sony Vegas, and picking up Adobe Premiere when I actually sat down and put some time into it, not that difficult, but it's probably because I spent 2 years teaching myself how to use Sony Vegas. So it's kind of a bit of a shock to the system to go to a whole new editing software, but I don't have any like shutdowns or any glitchy problems with Premiere that I was having with my copy of Vegas. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still having that problem.
Yeah,
it's
Spencer's
super
having some
annoying.
problems with Vegas too.
yeah, I don't know if it's something I could update or what, but I'm just going with Premiere for now. It's kind of fun. And the good part about Premiere is, as I learned Premiere, the screen for my intro, I made it on Adobe After Effects, and because they're Adobe programs, they're very similar. Even Photoshop looks close to those, so like it's easy to go from one and get into the other, and you're not, again, it's not like a constant shock to the system to be like, oh wait, this is an entirely different program.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice to be able to work with it. I think it's going to be better in the long run, I guess, is the main point. So I don't know. Does anyone else have anything else to add? We good?
Go buy Final Fantasy IV.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go play
Oh,
Heroes of the
oh,
Storm and
I'm
play,
actually gonna
I'm gonna
play that after.
I'm gonna play Kale. Okay, you're gonna play with me, and you've been playing Kael'thas. It sounds like, so let me play a game with Kael'thas, and I want to see who's like.
Maybe we'll see who picks it first.
Oh, how is he?
He's amazing, but he gets shredded so fast if you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have a tank.
I don't like him as a character in WoW, but he seemed really
Like
interesting.
if you sneeze on him, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
I loved Kael'thas in WoW. I was so stoked that they
Hey,
announced him.
Next time we play with everybody, we have to do an all elf team because now we have we have all those.
Those are really easy videos to make too. I should totally do those.
That's like
should always have some sort of gimmick.
Yeah, that's like Illidan, the new guy, whatever his name is. There's Tyrone, which I know isn't her name. And then who else is there? There's
I can't
new
think
girl,
of them all off the top of my head.
the new girl that came out
Oh, I know
earlier.
what you're talking about.
She's got the bow.
Sylvanas.
Sylvanas, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
My
then there's
favorite. Oh, I love her so much.
and then there's Malfurion, so that we have all five.
Malfurion. Yep.
So we can do that.
Pretty good stuff. I'm really excited. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing after this. I should probably
Yes.
work a little bit on the news video,
No.
but probably not going to do that today because
No.
it's already like 8 o'clock.
Yes.
So
Gonna
get in my hot
9 in the future
Well-
here.
Unfortunately, I don't have cool splash screens for Doll Target and Gnome Pudding, so do you guys just want to pimp your channel anyways? Doll Target, you want to go first?
Ah,
how do we get a hold of you?
Yeah.
oh,
What's coming up? What's going down? What's going around? I don't know, dude. Just I don't know.
Tell us what you're doing and how we can follow you.
I'm going to be doing a lot more face cam videos because they're a lot of fun, and I'm looking to get more collaboration videos. I'm doing a couple with the Cypher Protocol for the WoW, so if you guys like those, there are going to be a lot more coming up. And just a lot more indie games because I picked up a bunch on Steam the other day for like $2 because I don't really like mainstream games that much anymore. Indie games, like we talked about before, seem to be where it's at. I am on Twitter at Doll Target. And I'm also on, I don't know if you guys know a lot about this website, it's player.me, which is like a Facebook, but for gamers. So I'm also Doll Target on there, and I've been trying to get more into it because it seems to be a really cool website to mess around with and
I
connect
signed up
with.
for that and haven't done anything. they keep emailing me. They're like, "Hey, dude, we set you up," and they're like, "How do you like it?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Hey, come back to our website.
It has a really cool interface for like your Twitch and your Twitter and stuff. So
Oh, that's
Have to
cool.
check that
give
out.
it a try.
Yeah, I will.
Player
I mean,
dot me?
any way for us to start advertising ourselves, and that's a brand new thing, isn't it? It's a really be a good
I'd
idea
say,
for us to
yeah.
get into.
I think I've been on it maybe for like 2 months tops.
Nice.
Speaking
Sounds
of
good to me.
advertisement, Chris, you should put that video on Reddit. Our games.
Our games, you
I
think so?
almost did it for you, but I didn't know if you would want me to or not.
Oh, if you want to, I can do it too. I think doesn't our games have like a certain
So you can't like promote yourself, but who's
Okay.
gonna know?
well because my name on Reddit is all
Oh,
EXP.
is
So
your name
if
on
you would
thing?
like to do it for me,
Yeah, I'll probably do that for you
appreciate
then,
I would appreciate that. That would be great.
because it's really good. I think a lot. I think that's high quality. I think it's perfect content for our games.
Thank you. That's good. I look forward to improving it, I guess, in the future because I already have some ideas, but knowing that it's I would like that actually because I'd like to see what other responses I get and see if any of my changes that I have in my head will suit what people think. So that'd be good. But Pudding, what about you?
For me, I am on YouTube and Twitter. On YouTube, I am Known Pudding Plays. So Known Pudding together space plays, and same thing on Twitter. For Twitter, pretty much I just post what I think. Sometimes I won't post certain videos because, like on Twitter, because I don't, like the Mobile Monday. Sometimes I won't, but most of the time, any video that goes up, I'll post it on Twitter. So follow me, you'll know. And that's the only two that I do. I don't do Facebook because I don't really like Facebook. But oh well.
But if you scroll past Jesus, then you're gonna go to hell. You have to share.
Yeah, I have to share. That's right. If you love your mom, you have
If
to
you
like
love your
it, and
mom,
if
you
don't-
need to share. All right, because if you scroll, that means you hate her.
Yeah. And you better
I guess I hate
subscribe
my
to
mom
us. 'Cause if you don't subscribe to us and tell all your friends about us, then I'll block you. Banned. You're banned from the Twitch stream, so you'll never get to watch us ever again.
And you also hate your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
she
I
hates you too,
I
so-
That's a
personally love
given.
you, so I mean she can come hang out. That's fine. But not you.
Yeah, she shared. She subbed.
Oh my goodness.
Chris, you want to pimp your channel? I got your splash up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that splash though. Thanks, sir.
DJ Chris is now in the house.
DJ me.
Fancy shit.
Thank
Whoa.
you. Anyhow, I run a channel by the name of All the XP, and it's been going through a couple of changes. You'll see that there's not a whole lot of videos that have been up recently, but I have just started a gaming news series, or at least one video's up. Please go watch it. Please let me know what you think, because it is the first one. It seems to have garnered some positive reviews from my very close friends. So hopefully you guys aren't just saying that to be nice.
Yeah, we are. Sorry.
But I am at Twitter. There's a Facebook on here, All the XP. I don't use it, so I mean, don't. I mean, don't go like it. You can if you want, but don't expect anything to come out of it. YouTube.com. It's not a / All the XP because I don't have that many subscribers yet. But apparently, if you Google All the XP, it comes up right there. So I would appreciate that. So follow me, subscribe to me, give me your opinions, and then Twitter at All the XP. I actually tweet more often than I thought I would ever. So that's a good way to follow what I'm doing. So that should be good, and there might be some Heroes of the Storm gameplay coming up. We play that a lot, so I should probably do something with it, but definitely check out the channel at least once a week for now for the gaming news, either Thursday or Friday. I'm gearing it towards the end of the week so that I don't put out a video with some decent content and then learn that an hour later a big piece of news came out. So hopefully that should be a good structure, but we'll find out as we go.
What about,
Hey, thanks
what
for
about
the
your
follow,
second
Chunk.
channel?
All right, so Super Fist Cake isn't here, but he still deserves a shout out because he's badass as fuck.
He is so bad.
You guys,
He's
he has to
swell.
work 3 jobs now, which sucks.
Oh.
Because we
He's-
want him
oh.
on the podcast all the time.
Yep.
So you should go. You should go show your support to Mr. Fizzcake at all of his links right there, and go like his shit because it's awesome. And then now I get to pimp myself. Wait, my splash is broke. Damn. Okay, good. My splash works. All right, yeah. So you can find us here at Neanderthal Gaming. I don't know why I'm like so flustered, dude.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm nervous. This is
Zach,
my
you're not
acceptance speech.
You can just say my channel again. It's okay.
You guys can just you guys can just go, you guys just like whatever, you know, you don't have to go there if you don't like. We're pushing 130 subs, so if you guys want to help us out on YouTube, that'd be great. We do a lot of Smash nowadays, so if you want to see people who try to be high-level smashers,
Let me smash.
try to play Smash, you should go look at that.
I want to smash.
And that's pretty much it. I don't really tweet that much. Usually it's pretty offensive stuff if I do tweet.
Definitely follow him. It's worth it.
Yeah, following right now.
Oh
my God.
I'm offended that you say that. I'm offended
love
that
being
you think I'm
offended.
offended.
I'm gonna make another Twitter account just to follow you again because I like it that much.
But yep, I think that's it. That's us done for the day.
All right. Well,
Huzzah!
thanks for joining, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us as we have an extremely irregular podcast schedule. As we mentioned, Fistcake is working several jobs now. He's really hoping, crossing his fingers on a factory job. Basically, a better job that's going to pay him more and give him a set schedule so we can get this worked out. So cross your fingers, pray whatever you want to do. Praise Allah or the gods or whoever, Poseidon, my personal favorite, and hope that he gets that job because we would like to see him back here. And I think from channeling him, is it time to say that looks like that content is complete?
And Batman is better. Just remember that.
Oh no, no.
Hurry, hang up.
All right, bye.